Yeah.
What's about to happen?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, but when this beat drop, everybody better go crazy. Woo! Working it out for my good, working it out for my good, working it out for my good, working it out for my good. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. You are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good, 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 working it out for my good. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. I love you, God. I am called into your purpose. You are my God. You do everything for a purpose, on purpose. I know, you are for me, yeah. You have never felt me yet. And just when I thought I was on my way out of here, your perfect love came through, cast away my fears. So I'ma give you all the glory. I will praise you in advance, cause you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. Hey, working it out for my good, working it out for my good. Hey, this pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. Wow, I can't believe that you did that. You stepped right on in and you changed that. Situation turned around, placed my feet on solid ground. You got me walking through town with a big smile on my face. You turned my world around, yeah. You know what's best for me, yeah, yeah. Even though most of the time I can't see that you are just keeping me. And working it, working it, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good, yeah. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. You're working it out for my good, working it out for my good. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good.
Working it out for my good.
Working it.
Look, yeah, working it out for my G.O. OD, sins on the cross, you bear. Yogi, only got the boot like, what's up, Wody, nerd day, Friday, holy moly, working it out for my victory, yeah. I was racing in the misery, car spin out, did a 180, now I'm racing to you like it's meant to be. Working it out, they can't figure it out, how did all of my pain turn to joy? Should've been dead, but he kept me instead, gave me peace in the midst of the storm. Working it out for my bueno, dancing in the rain like it's tango. Give life is hard, just look to the God, now you know why I'm shining like fuego. Bling.
Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. Ay. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good, yeah. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. Working it out for my good, working it out for my good. You're working it out for my good, working it out for my good. This pain won't last, the storm will pass. I know you are my God and you're working it, working it, working it out for my good. was running with the set, yeah. Running with the set, yeah. Yeah, we don't never flex, we just rep, hear me? No, what did you expect? I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Nappy hair, no shame on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no.
Is what you done not enough, yeah? Maybe my faith ain't enough. Don't wanna lose it, but I might just lose it. Don't wanna be too far. I wanna be in your arms, yeah. I wanna be, yeah. I stress too much, I wait too long. I talk too much, I gotta move on. Let go, let God. Let go, let God, yeah. Let go, let God, yeah. Hey. Let go, let God. Let go, let God, yeah. Let go, let God, yeah. Hey. Shine your light on me, yeah, yeah. I wanna see where to go, yeah, yeah. I got way too much on my mind to stay focused. I need some strength from above, cause I just might quit, yeah. I stress too much, I wait too long. I talk too much, I gotta move on. Let go, let God. Let go, let God, yeah. Let go, let God, yeah. Hey. Let go, let God. Let go, let God, yeah. Let go, let God, yeah. Hey. I feel I'm under attack,
Everything I wanted, everything I thought I needed is only in you, Jesus, it's found in you. I lost all I had, thought I was defeated, but then I found my reason, it's found in you. I've seen you in, you've seen me through.
Hey.
Nothing is impossible
When I call your name.
Tick-tock, but I won't stop.
Running, running, running. Hey.
My heartbeat, I won't stop.
Running, running, running to the Lord.
Tick-tock, but I won't stop. Running to
I won't stop.
For nothing is impossible when I go.
I see you in.
You've seen me through the rain.
I hear you say my name.
Tears they come, but truth remains.
Hey, good morning.
Nothing is impossible when I call your name. When
I hope you guys are having a good day.
When I call your name.
Call on the name of the Lord. Call on the name of the Lord. Hey, call on the name of the Lord. Call on the name of the Lord.
Nothing is impossible when I call your name. When I call your name.
How you guys doing this morning? Woo! God is so good. Despite what morning you might be having, know that God is with you. He sees you through the rain. Nothing is impossible when I call you. Hey, hey, when I call you. Hey. I know that's silly, but I like having fun with my Lord and Savior, man. This is what kicks my show off. I feel like if I just kicked it on and just started off, that, you know, it would be like, hi. But instead you get, good morning, everybody. This is your boy, Christian Israel, and you are tuned in to Christ and Crypto in the Morning. Yes, you are. Not only do we talk about Christ and crypto, things that fuel your soul and your investment portfolio, but we also talk about political news, what's going around world events, so we kind of see how everything is affecting, not just financially, but prophetically. We try to combine the two here, not just biblical principles and what we see prophetically in the Bible, but also what we see happening real time in the world and how we adjust not just our finances and our portfolio, but also our plans, right? So this is where we come to communicate about things that we don't see on mass media, but yes, we do talk about things on mass media as well. Speaking of talking about things, today's show, guys, is going to be called The Role of Blockchain in Banking. That's what we're going to talk about. The role of blockchain in banking. Where's all this going? Where's all this going? And then we're going to talk about the U.S. going to ban Russian oil today, probably in about an hour, actually. So what I need to do is try to pop on some TV on the other side here and see if we can see what's going on with the banning of the Russian oil. So that will probably kick off, I think, 9:45 he's supposed to go on. So we will see. Let me try to not have too many crazy sounds, because I know when I touch this remote right here, it mutes everything in my house. It's weird because this is just to my TV, my office TV, but then it mutes everything. I never understood that, but it is what it is. But we're going to try to do it real quick around 9:45 today. Go in and look at it. Let's see. We also are going to dive into an article about the U.S. is warning banks to be on high alert for more Russian sanctions. We're also going to discuss the Petrodollar and the world economy, kind of where that's going from the 70s till now. Then we're going to discuss also, not just the petrodollar, but the decline and fall of the petrodollar. This is what we're going to focus on with all this oil talk, right, and blockchain talk. I think it makes sense for us to dive into petrodollar, dive into blockchain, and kind of what's going on, including exchanges being shut down this morning, right? Man, that's crazy. Good morning, Leo. Good morning, Bullish on XRP. It's good to see you. Did you bring your coffee with me on Coffee, Christ, and Crypto in the morning? Or if you are on the other side of the world right now, it's 9 p.m. Good evening to you. Either way, this is where we are right now. 9 a.m. Dallas time on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today? Tuesday, March 8th? I feel like it's Tuesday, March 8th. And let's go ahead and run down that top five. We got Bitcoin. Let's hit that reload button before we go off and give you that Bitcoin. There we go. Bitcoin sitting at $38,827 this morning. By the way, you know what I remembered? You should definitely hit that notice, that not just the subscribe button, but you're already here if you've subscribed. But the little bell at the top, the ting, gives you alerts and notifications. So this is not shadow banned. So you can get notifications, I just said that, of when the show goes live. But if you didn't know it, every morning, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, we go live. Central Time, Dallas time, Texas time, Chicago time, or 7 a.m. LA time, or 10 a.m. New York time. However you see it. So, going on to the number 2 spot, Ethereum is at $2,582. Ooh, man, that's $2,000 lower than the last time that I talked to a banker friend of mine when I said, hey, Ethereum's about to hit 4,500. It'd be a good time to get out. And he said he was waiting for 5,000. I told him to get out at 45. Well, now that we've hit 45, we're now down $2,000 since that point. BNB is at 383.93 in the number 3 spot. XRP is at 72.3. Still ranging, trying to figure out some roll today, which we'll talk about a little bit, how oil popping, wheat popping, gold popping, and all these things. When those pop, we should start to see crypto go down. So that is a concern. Remember, when those pop, crypto goes down. So I think, I got out of some positions overnight because I was concerned about where things may or may not go. So we will see. I am longing oil. I've been longing oil for about a day or two. I'm going to see what happens with this Russian ban today, and we'll go into that. Speaking of, one of the positions I just got out of a long of in the short term is Terra Luna at $80.62. It did hit 75 yesterday, 75.5, which I talked about. And now it went to the weekly pivot, and it's sitting at 80 and kind of rolling back down. But I'm concerned about the overall health of the market right now. So I am cutting any losses that I may have, getting out right now, and setting on the side, because with all this going on, something feels like it's coming in order to reset. And I don't want to get caught, right? I do not want to get caught in something that I am not going to be happy with. So on one side, I am shorting the market. On the other side, I am also longing the market. And we are diving into wheat, oils, and gold outside of crypto now because, hey, the same TA applies to all markets, right? If you learn TA, you can move it into other markets and play it. So as we long oil today and get out of some other things, we'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day so far. And you know what we need to do? We need to go ahead and dive into some charts. So one of the first charts I want to look at here is oil, actually. This is oil. This is West Texas, immediate crude oil. Excuse me, also known as Black Bull. Did I say good morning to you, bullish on XRP already? If so, I'll say good morning or again. If I already said good morning to you already, go ahead and hit that like button for me. My goal every show is 10 likes. That's it. I want 10 likes. Double digits, it's fun. As we see XRP breaking down to 71.9 right now. I will talk to oil. We'll see if oil goes up or breaks down as we're talking. But you can see on this move that we had on the 6th or Sunday night. Oh, excuse me, guys. I didn't mean to cough in your ear. I apologize for that. You see here, we had that run up right before Sunday opened into Monday. We ran up real quick, and then oil actually corrected down into yesterday morning. You see that? It corrected down to 113 and then rolled on up. So this is where we started to roll. So I got a top, I got a bottom with my fib sequence. This morning, we bounced off the 0.5. Right? So you have about 7 o'clock this morning, a couple hours ago, we bounced off the 0.5 fib, which I always talk about is make or break. It bounced to 702, and now it's 125, heading to, looks easily to me, 127 to 129 now. So the fact that we're heading to those two things, I'm not going to add to my plate while I'm sitting on this chart. I might. I don't know yet. Let's see. Nah, not yet. Not yet. Okay. So there's small longs on that one. I'm going to slowly add in. I know when oil and stuff moves $2 or $3 in the regular market, you can make a lot of money off of that. But I want to be very careful. Let this run up just a little bit. Not trying to be greedy today. Not trying to be greedy whatsoever, because I'm trying to catch the other side of it, right? Because oil kind of just fired up and things. So we're going to look at different markets to see, are we ready to short yet? Is it crypto time? And I do have a little bit of bad news for you, but I'll save that for you. But here's where oil's looking at, sitting about 125.73, trying to work its way over. So I'm going to take this correlation. I'm going to actually bring up quant next, because here is where I'm starting to see concerns. Remember, we said quant was on the way to 700, and I'm still okay with that. But here's my thing. It looks like we have a retrace fib, okay? So what I did with my retrace fib was a little different. As I go, instead of taking top to bottom, I go bottom to top. Sometimes you can do it different ways, but just the same thing to say the 5702, just a little bit of a different look for the correction of the aspect, okay? So here, my issue is, I know that's a white screen, probably really hard to see, but it is rejected under the 0.5 on quant and coming down. So it's trying to hold the 702. It could bounce back up, look into 123, but right now our issue is we have rejected at 123, 116, and now rejecting at 111. If this continues, I do believe we could see an under $100 quant. Now, again, I'm seeing these things across the board. Could this be a major fake out because of everything spiking, right? Because of everything spiking. For instance, let's go to wheat. We can go to wheat on, do we want to do futures wheat or stock market wheat? Let's go futures just to see where we're at. And we're going to go wheat futures, continuous contract, and front. Let's see. That wheat seems to be, okay, we're ranging there. Not so bad. Not a bad thing there. Let's see. Let's check out gold futures. Okay, gold futures is, ooh, man, gold futures at 55,000 to the, oh, gosh. But I know we got a different gold here. So let's go to, what gold do I want to look up at? This is a good one. Shares of gold. I just like to look at different people's holdings. This is Backboard Corporation holding at $25 a share. That's popped up, also hitting resistance. That's a nice move. The RSI on the hourly is up above. So these are things we want to kind of go around the market and look at. Let's see, what other gold do we, let's see, gold, oil. Let's look at the other oil that we look at, which is, did we look at WTI already? Offshore Inc. Okay, here's another WTI offshore. We're looking at a little correction this morning. They're ranging between R2 and R1. We just want to see what's going on in these different markets. Seems that we got range this morning. Remember, the market just opened about 8:30. Okay, so no crazy movements yet. I think everybody is waiting, right? People are waiting to see what Biden says this morning. So we might have a little bit of pullback in the meantime to see if that's what we are looking for. So let's see. Back to this oil chart, you see it back testing right now, 125, sitting on the 1-to-1, and I'm not afraid to let that hold. Now I'm going to do a quick extension here just to see where we are. Wave 1, down to the bottom of wave 2, look at that. Now, what I need to adjust 1 to 4, 2.2, 1, okay, not bad, above the 1.4, above the 1618. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to head to 128 here, if not today. That would be pretty good to see. Speaking of today, I know you guys want to see what XRP looks like. XRP is no different. We're still sitting here ranging. We are making lows. Not lows, but working our way down. Still a channel that I have. We still have 57 cents is still on the table. There's not a lot of more. There's not more TA to do right now. Right? There just to be honest, there just isn't a lot of TA to look on the daily. We are just waiting for equities to make a decision, guys. That's what it is. I mean, we right now, I'm going to be honest, XRP is trying to hold 72.6, okay? Here's what will happen. Listen to me clearly. If, and I'll go ahead and do my green arrow. Do you see this 382? So we rejected at 0.5, trying to work our way up, right? So here, up. Now we came down and we touched the 236, but kind of broke through it. And that's, I know it's a different fib, but 0.5 rejection. Now we're sitting on the 0.382 under the major line of what I call the sandcastle or, visible range, VPVR. And what I use with this is kind of like your sand, your castle, your floor, your foundation. The more your VPVR is sticking out, the farther it comes out here, right? The more support or resistance you have. So for instance, we are right here at 72. If this breaks, you can kind of see where the next sets of sort of resistance. But in reality, the next real set save is right here, right? At 60 cents. So could we see a violent break soon to 60 cents? I'm going to tell you, yes, it's possible. Because I do not like what I am seeing across the boards. Everything is kind of pushing down. So I'm going to look, and if I can see a big move happening, I'm going to try to take serious advantage of it, because I have just been waiting, like a lot of you, for it. And it's just going back and forth, range with this political warfare we got going on around the world right now. So that's what I see in XRP. We're still waiting. Again, same range. 72 holds. We're going to fire another chance at 78. If not, we're coming down to 65. So that's just our range right now. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to wait on the NASDAQ to do what it does. Speaking of the NASDAQ, this is what the NASDAQ looks like. It's working its way down. Remember, I drew this here, top, bottom, trying to catch it low. This was in January, measuring it out, and you can kind of see this measuring, working its way down. So we will see if this, we seem right now, we haven't broken the low on February 28th, but we are officially in a bear market for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is 20% off its high. If you guys don't know, when you get 20% off its high, that is considered a bear market in their world. And yesterday, the bear market was right there. Let's go a little lower. And see, where did the bear market technically kicked in at 33, what is this? 13,418 is where the bear market kicked in. So I'm going to move this down to here and say that is 20 right here. That yellow line right there is 20% from the top. So this is where we are. We broke through there. So now we're going to see really what the market is going to do. What am I expecting? Well, I'm expecting this whole thing to eventually come down. But for now, the final of this move could be 10,084, which would be disastrous. I'm going to say that. It's going to be disastrous. And why did I even bring that up? Here's why I brought that up. And then we got to move on. I brought this up because of this move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a 5-wave move. If we do, and this is on the hourly, 1, 2, this is 3 and 4, and then that could be 5. And if that's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Yep, we had a 5-wave move up, an A, B, C. Now we're looking for an A, B, C in the other direction. So if this is the bottom, we're looking at an A, B, C, something like this, to see where we are and how that pulls out if this is the bottom. Again, if the NASDAQ goes down, crypto is going down. That's why we are looking at oil's going to go up, right? If oil is going up, which right now they seem to be doing a small correction as we get here. So we'll watch this and see how it plays out. Are they going to short it? Are they going to let it do? Or are we actually banning Russian oil? Or is it all a ruse? And so they're going to come out and say we're not, and then you're going to see everything dump. So I think if he comes out and actually bans it, we should get a little pump. But if he says, no, we're not going to ban it, we're going to blah, 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 let's see how this goes. So that's what I see here playing out. I don't know what you guys see, but we're going to watch these commodities very, very closely, because in reality, just like I told you with Bitcoin, if we didn't close above 39.6, that's what I told you yesterday, right? Working to look at 39.6, nothing happened. We rejected a couple times. I think right after the show yesterday. Let's see. I think yesterday the show was about here. I said, yep, right there. So the show was in and about here. I said we got to get over 39.6. We rejected right off 39.569. Came all the way back down to 37. And we're working our way back up again. Trying to, I don't know what just happened, trying to get right back to the same section. So again, if crypto pumps, oil will dump. Keep that in mind. See, if crypto pumps, oil will dump. But oil is back testing right now the R1. And crypto is trying to break south. Does that sound good? I mean, I know it doesn't sound good, but it is what it is. So again, we are under this 39.6. Until we break and blow up above 39.6, we're in trouble. We are in trouble in the crypto world if you're expecting something to happen tomorrow. And quite honestly, yeah. See that? I think I've talked about this. We see this. Now, it could break right here, or it could run up. But again, 70, 30, it goes down when you see these kind of formations. Okay? When you see this, it's called a rising wedge, most of the time it breaks down. Most of the time it breaks down. And what this could do be, because it's such a smaller rising wedge, if it breaks down here, could just be a back test. Not making a lower low, come back down to 37.4 just to do a little scary and run. So we will see. That's what I see there. You guys got any questions? If so, drop them in the chat and we'll continue to move on. That's just kind of what I'm seeing right now. So just be very careful. Don't ape quite yet. We're still waiting. It's ranging. It's just kind of brutal right now. It's just brutal. So I'm trying to be positive, but we got to do what the charts show us. We got to do exactly what the charts show us. And right now, the charts are showing us that we could be seeing some down move continuing. So NASDAQ follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin, crypto follows, I guess, let's try this. Altcoins, other coins than Bitcoin, follow Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin follows the NASDAQ right now, right? The NASDAQ follows the Dixie, which follows the Petrodollar. And here's our Dixie, which is concerning too. The Dixie broke through the 702. The Dixie has broken through the 702, which means the retracement. Now, again, that parabolic curve, guys, and I say this before, okay? This parabolic curve here, when those break, yeah, you saw a breakdown, but there's always a back test. And then we should see something. But my issue is breaking the 702 on this move, which means we could go at least to the 1-to-1. This is a big possibility, but you see what's in the way? Maybe we get a little pump today with oil going. The dollar hits 100, 101 on the head, somewhere in there, 105, and then rolls over. But if we don't see that, and this continues to grind sideways, this is on the daily, right, for a couple days, then it could grind up like this and go right to the side of it, and then come up to 106, then go. We don't want to see that. If this continues to grind this way, back up to the 1-to-1, guys, crypto will not bump. Crypto will not pump if the dollar is going up. All the money is running into the dollar all across the world right now, and that will be a big, big issue. So that is what I see. Again, I see quant having possible down move if this breaks. I see Bitcoin trying to break resistance, but could be breaking south as well. I see the NASDAQ trying to finish a fifth wave possibly. I see oil, look at that, wicking off the R1, moving forward. Again, that flips it. Okay, and, you know, H-bar kind of doing the same thing here on top of the 50 here, trying to hold support, but it has not finished it all the way down move yet. So we will just check into that and see how that goes. And I hope that wasn't such bad news this morning for you, but, you know, it's not too bad at all. You know what I didn't do? I didn't even hit the New Creation Capital, the intro. I didn't do that today. I forgot. But the reason I know I forgot is because now, guys, we're going to hit that breaking news. Let's get it. All right, so we are right here rolling around, and this is one of the things that we just talked about, right? Biden set to ban import of all Russian oil, liquefied natural gas, and oil. And coal, not oil, coal. This is an issue. Like, this is the news out there. It says as prices top $4 a gallon, they're trying to push you towards electric vehicles. They want gas to run up. They want oil to run up. This is their goal. Remember, green energy. The World Economic Forum is all about green energy, electric vehicles, down with anything else that makes people dependent on themselves, right? They want the world to be dependent on the world. One world. That's what they want. Definitely as gold surges over $2,000. It hasn't been that high in almost 2 years. Well, I mean, it's the highest it's been in 2 years. I forgot to tell you. We'll get into this in a second. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? Here's another one. Shell is going to stop all purchases of Russian crude oil. So, Shell, if you're going to stop buying it from Russia, where are you going to get your oil from? This is a concern. Where are we going to get our oil from? Says Tuesday. Shell said Tuesday will stop all. Well, it's Tuesday. Is that today? I'm telling you, today feels like a Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? I need to check. It is Tuesday. Okay, this is from this morning. Oh, I just got another article that I'll bring up here in a second. Shell says Tuesday will stop all spot purchases of Russian crude oil and also plans to shut its service stations, aviation fuels, and lubricants operations in Russia. We are actively aware that our decision last week to purchase a cargo of Russian crude oil to be refined into products like petrol, I want to say petroleum, and diesel, despite being made with security of supplies at the forefront of our thinking, we was not in the right place. So they're apologizing for buying oil from Russia. What do you guys think about this? Leo says, New York Stock Exchange up, NASDAQ down, crypto down, oil up, but this is for a short, not a long. Okay, it says short time. I think it's temporary, but we'll see. I may or may not agree with you, Leo. I have not decided yet because what Bitcoin did yesterday just told me, sadly, guys, that we might be waiting months for an altcoin season. Months. Like, what, September, October, November now? We're now looking at fourth quarter our time or first quarter the government time for a crypto run. They don't want a crypto run. They don't want a crypto run. They want you to be in the US dollar, which is why you see it running. What do you mean? What do I mean? Here's why. Because the US warns banks to be on high alert for Russia sanctions evasion. Hey, banks, Russia's not going to use you. They're going to evade. Why should anybody put their money in the banks? My question is, why is it illegal for me not to have my money in the bank? Why is that fraud? Why do I have to keep my money in your bank? Oh, I know why. Because the US dollar is not your money. When you put the money in the bank, it's not your money either. It's not your money. Not your keys, not your crypto. The US dollar is not your keys, not your crypto. That's why. Wall Street told to adopt vigilance amid fears oligarchs will use crypto to skirt measures. Oh, crypto's so bad. The Russians now are going to use it to skirt the banks. Skirt. Here we goes that narrative again, guys. The narrative again. Crypto bad. US dollar good. Now the bad Russians are going to use crypto. Come on. Pay attention. Please pay attention. The U.S. Treasury Department is warning U.S. banks and financial institutions to be on alert for attempts by Russian state actors and oligarchs to evade sanctions, including via cryptocurrency transactions, as it ties to preempt efforts to circumvent measures imposed on Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine. Now, I feel this is not a place to say one side of the war or not. Okay? War is bad. Period. People dying are bad. People losing their homes are bad. There's a lot of horrible things happening. But my job is to question anything the mass media pushes. 3 weeks ago, COVID was here. Now COVID's not. Everybody's unmasked all of a sudden. You know what happened? The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl happened where all the stars came out unmasked. Oh, can't do that. A week later, after everyone's PO'd about that mask incident and the Super Bowl, no one having masks, Gavin Newsom, you included. War. Hey, you guys want to know what happened to COVID? Wait, stop. We got elections. Let's get rid of C-19, mask mandates, and let's go to war. We can't figure out a way to ban crypto without making them look bad. So now let's make Russia the bad guy, which They are. They could be. I don't know. I just do not know what is happening really in between Russia and Ukraine. I do know that the Biden administration has a lot of crap they're dealing with Ukraine. Before Biden was president, I do know that, right? I showed it to you on the show. YouTube took it down. Ukraine was trying to press charges against the U.S. president and his son for quid pro quo, as when Biden was the vice president. Just saying. I don't know, but I know when we had a different president who wasn't a part of the system was here, there were no wars. Gas was down. Things were cheaper. Yeah, COVID hit China, right? But then he got crap for what? Closing the borders to stop the infection from coming. But then he was called racist and a bigot. And then it spread. Then we shut down from 2 weeks to a vaccine that all the Democrats said we're not going to take because Trump made it to it getting happen to everyone saying if you don't take it now, you're a terrorist. I'm using all these keywords today. Right? So now if you don't take the COVID, you're a terrorist, and then your 5-year-old kid has to take it, and your kid's got to be masked. And if you don't take the 4th, 5th, 6th shot, then you're horrible and you don't love America. And then the Super Bowl happens, and Ohio and LA, since the LA Rams are in the Super Bowl, which is LA is LA. I used to live there. It's worse than New York. I think LA. I'm not gonna say the people because I have some friends there, but just in general, the state of LA is a mess, right? The state, as in not the state of California, but the state of it is a mess. But so when you see all those people wearing non-masked at the Super Bowl, that upset a lot of people who were like, why is my 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid going to school wearing a mask all day when y'all go out all night and party in a, 50,000 person stadium there on top of each other? All the basketball games, all the NBA fans, nobody. But the players are on the bench wearing the mask when you got people right behind them not wearing the masks. Something is happening. Flip over. Now we're looking at crypto, looking at war, looking at sanctions, looking at oil pop, wheat pop, gold pop. When these things pop, guys, it's the money is moving to another direction. But the money right now is moving into oil, gold, wheat. But where's it going to come back out to? We still got one more run up in the NASDAQ, right? We're down 20% in the NASDAQ, which, right, says bear market, which now means retrace. There's a retrace going to happen. On that retrace is when, time to get out or get some shorts in and get ready. But in the meantime, Vincent is really coming out, is really speaking out loud about this. In the face of mounting economic pressure on Russia, it is vitally important for U.S. financial institutions to be vigilant about potential Russian sanctions evasions, including by both state actors and oligarchs. It's also critical, he said, for all financial institutions, including those with visible into CVC flows, including crypto exchanges and administrations, to identify and quickly report suspicious activity associated with potential sanction evasion. In other words, hey, exchanges, crypto exchanges, if there's large amounts of money moving right now, we need you to report it. MetaMask, Coinbase, who blocked a bunch of people in Russia. This is not a decentralized space. Crypto is not controlled by you and me. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who Satoshi Nakamoto is, who they are, what government they are. Crypto spawned out of the financial services, of the financial crisis of 2008, Lehman Brothers, right? Now, I showed you yesterday, they were talking about banning all that stuff 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and now it's becoming legal and taxable, and CBDCs are going, and now, today, this week, President Biden is supposed to do what? Some kind of legal action on it. So we will see. We will see. That is my thought. That is my process. The U.S. Treasury said that some of the red flags for evasion of the Russian sanctions included the use of shell companies to obscure ownership, sources of funds, or countries involved. So they're going to start coming after quote-unquote shell companies. Now, here's my question. Let me see if I can bring this up from yesterday. So they're saying shell companies, and that just made me think of this. And I know it's a side thing here, but I gotta bring it up. I gotta find the tweet because it's so important. Because I thought this was just really interesting. Oh no! Did they delete the tweet? Oh, they deleted the tweet. Oh boy. How y'all deleting tweets? Oh boy, how y'all deleting tweets out here? Okay, let me see if I can do this. See if I can get this right and bring. So, oh, you deleted the tweet. All right. Oh, there it is. Man, I was like, why is the tweet deleted? Here it is. State of Kentucky's. This is not the original tweet, but this is one of them that I'm looking at. The state of Kentucky's teachers' retirement system was the second largest shareholder of Sberbank of Russia, the largest bank in Russia. Okay, the largest bank of Russia. We have the state of Kentucky's teachers' retirement system invested in the Russian bank. Their position dropped 95% in value the other day, last week. Now, not only that, but the top 3 institutional holders in that Russian bank are from the state of Kentucky. Look at this. Teachers Retirement System in the state of Kentucky. Todd Asset Management LLC, Renaissance Group LLC. Top 3 institutional holders in the Russian bank are all from Kentucky. This is so interesting to me. Do you see? Let's connect those dots. What is really happening around here? And I think right now XRP is heading down like I thought. Let me see here. It's found in you. I see you in. There we go. Right there. XRP working its way down. Four-hour, 2-hour. What is this? Just alerts? Okay. Yep. See, we're working our way down. You see I have my alerts set. Again, we're still just... I'm going to start this over here. Okay. Again, broke from the 50, working our way right on down to see what happens in this space. So let me find you a chart that actually makes sense. There we go. So we broke under the pivot again. 69 cents is there. That's what we could be looking at, but 7.5 is real support. But I'm looking... What's crazy to me is I'm looking at this right here. It looks like a little double top possibly on XRP. So we'll see. Things are continuing to move. Let's go into Bitcoin real quick. Look at that. Right on cue. Right during the show, you guys get to see that happen. As I told you, I will go into the 15-minute. I said this formation does what? 1, 2, 3, and breaks down. 70 out of 30%. 7 out of 10. And look, boom. Bitcoin just broke down right there. So we'll see if there's going to be some further downside. Once I get off this, I'll recheck my positions. But XRP is breaking south right now. Looks like Luna is still slowly holding. So we'll see how that works. Not too proud of it. I got out of that position. We're going to hope that's a smart position to get out of. And then oil, see, back tested, working its way up, sitting at 125 right now. I believe on its way to 127, possibly 129. So, but they say crypto is bad. Finally, the U.S. banks warned to keep an eye on customer transactions that were initiated from IP addresses, included non-trusted sources and locations in Russia and Belarus. Now they're coming after Belarus. So, what do you mean Belarus? Who is Belarus? Let's see. Map of the world. Let's just do this. Let's go to images. Let's go to this world map here. Can I zoom in? Yeah. Can I zoom in more? Okay. No. All right. Let's see here. Map of Europe. Okay. Here we go. So, for you guys that don't know, this is Russia right here. Okay? This is important. Let's do a quick history. This is Russia. Oh, this is over Russia. This is Finland over here, Kazakhstan, Helsinki, Tallinn. So here's Ukraine right here. Okay? This is Ukraine. They come in. They're trying to take over these parts. Come in here. They're outside of Kyiv right now. Kiev. Okay? There's actually somebody that just did a news thing from Odessa, Ukraine that's down in San Antonio. So, this is what they're worried about. Okay, if NATO sets up here in Ukraine, they are now surrounding one whole border of Russia. So Russia says, we need Ukraine to be neutral. If Ukraine is neutral, we'll be good. That's all they want. Russia said, we'll stop the war if Ukraine does not accept NATO. Ukraine is screaming at NATO and the United States for not blowing up Russia. Ukraine is in the middle of this. If Ukraine says we won't do NATO, war is over. That's simple. If Ukraine wants to do NATO, we are 100% going into a larger war. Why? Because here's Belarus. Okay, and I just read to you. Russia and Belarus. So now they're going to sanction people in Belarus. So now instead of Ukraine here, Belarus will get a little upset. And when Belarus is upset, now they're on top of Kiev. Now here's where this becomes concerning. And we'll dive a little deeper here in a second. Some other stuff. Okay. The oil in this area, Kazakhstan and all that, right? We like this oil for oil. There's Iran down here, Azerbaijan, which I've been to Baku. Shout out to all my Baku friends. I'm actually, I was in 2014 and in 2011, the U.S. ambassador for creative arts to Azerbaijan specifically. So I've spent months at a time in Baku, Azerbaijan. Miss those guys, love those guys a lot right there in the Caspian Sea. Baku reminds me a lot of Chicago in general. But I'm very familiar. Actually, Baku speaks Azerbaijani, and there's a little Russian in there too, and some Turkish. There's a lot of languages spoken in Baku, and they speak all of them. But they separated themselves from Russia, okay, from a lot of wars that I saw here. Now, Ukraine is kind of that same thing. Belarus, though, is on the side of Russia, okay? So if Belarus comes and Russia, they basically, U.S. pees them off. Now they're on top of Kiev. Now, but here's the biggest thing. If Russia takes Ukraine, and this is where we got to watch. If Russia does take Ukraine, and Ukraine says we're not, and then, so forth and so on, war. Now we have Russia be able to move into Belarus, which they're aligned with, and now you own Ukraine. Now we are pushing up on Romania, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, Lithuania, right? This becomes an issue because now why would they not continue to push? And if they push this way, right, do they push to Finland or does Finland stay out of it? Because Sweden is no longer neutral. Sweden picked a side. The Swiss are normally neutral. In 500 years, they've been neutral. They picked a side. They picked NATO and the U.S., not Russia. So what's stopping them? Why? We talked about this multiple times on the phone. On other shows, right? That affects other markets. For instance, the London Metal Exchange has suspended trading in the nickel market for the remainder of the day. The markets are broken. Things are happening. Be very, very careful. A lot of people right now are trying to pull money, move money here, do this, do that. I tell people, just wait. People are going to be so upset, and this is frustrating for me right now because I don't swing, portfolios. I swing trade, U.S. dollars, okay? But portfolios, this is a long-term hold. I don't care who I owe, what I do. I am not trying to sell any of my XRP or any of my XLM until this is done. Right now, though, this Max Payne, what they're doing is getting you to sell everything. They want you to cash out and sell, go into U.S. dollars. Then they want to tax you for cash for your crypto and then inflate your U.S. dollars. The ruble is gone. The Turkish lira is gone. The Mexican peso has been gone. Canada's next. Right? We've seen all these currencies go down. It's just a matter of time. They shut the market down because it's not for you. Crypto doesn't get shut down. It dumps. It dumps hard. And that's the difference between a regulated market and a non-regulated market. A regulated market in the eyes of the SEC is a market that saves millionaires money, billionaires money. Dump 7%, they stop it, shut it down, we're done for the day. We've lost too much money today, let's just stop trading. What they do when they stop it is they trade offline. It's called pre-market or post-market, after-hours trading. And when they do that, they're able to trade. So when you get in, you have to catch their trades afterwards. It's a corrupt system. And I am okay not being a part of it soon. I am okay not being a part of it soon. Here's another one. The New York City, speaking of being a part of a corrupt system, New York City on ultra-high alert amid increased risk of Russian retaliatory cyber attack. Why is New York worried about a cyber attack? This is my thing, specifically New York, and we're going to watch this in a second. Actually, let's just watch this now because this is a joke, right? This is, to me, it's just a joke. They really are doing anything and everything that they can to break you. Again, this is Christ in crypto. When I say break you spiritually, break you financially, break you mentally. They want you to shut up and fall in line. Don't do it. Pay attention to your finances. Be smart. Invest smart. And trust in the Lord with all your heart. Because this stuff could be stressful. Like this could be stressful. Leo, what you saying, brother? Let's go. The petrodollar and XRP and Bitcoin, in my view, Leo says, are based on guest checks and not as much newsroom. I came here because I wanted to see behind the scene and got that. How do I rephrase my interest? Oh, okay. Is that rain outside? It might be raining today. Leo continues, Ken Griffey and the United Nations are unbiased to inflation and influence. I certainly believe a Columbia company will form and move people based on workforce complications. Okay. The concept of vacation is the most overlooked term in the world that fully realizes the workforce. Commodity will come to show it. I agree there. Man, what happened to vacations? There's no more vacations. You mean take a break in America? You can't take a break. Absolutely not. Leo says the United Nations gets a free hedge when trading stops or countries enter war. How could amendments be let go to become so visible? How? Because people are sheep. You can tell somebody right now anything, right in their face. Show that to them. Here it is. Then they'll turn on the news and the news will say something else, even though they saw it with their own eyes and say, well, the news said this, it's something else. They are pushing to what I showed you yesterday, that split reserve currency. Remember I showed that to you yesterday? Now I got to try to find it one more time. I don't even know what I did with it. I saved it somewhere, didn't I? PDFs, yes. Where is it at? Payments, aspects, inclusion, fintech area, Linda Jones, virtual currencies. I don't even know what I just did with it. Oh, well. I talked about it yesterday, showing you the multilateral stuff. I don't remember what I did with it, but we talked about it yesterday. And this is what sometimes I forget when you close things out and you look for stuff. Then I have so much stuff that it's really hard to keep it all track. But I try to break it down. I even have like this PDFs file down here, an R3 file, the R3 report. And I really thought it was something different, but nope. It was one of these. Maybe that one didn't get saved. Speaking of, Biden's going to also issue an executive order on cryptocurrency. This is a lot. Oh, that's 26 minutes. We're not about to watch that. The Russian military attack on Ukraine's cities and buildings have happened in conjunction with cyber attacks waged on Ukraine's critical infrastructure, from its bank to its departments to governments. Gillibrand told reporters at the New York Police Department headquarters in Manhattan, and there's no guarantee that those attacks will be limited to Ukraine. Following the sanctions that the U.S. and our allies have levied on Russia, there's an increased risk that Russia will carry out retaliatory cyber attacks, particularly against New York State infrastructure and individuals. Why? I don't understand. And I don't understand what the push is. Again, the system is broken. The markets are broken. People are broken. This is page 2, but this is something from a while ago. Kind of breaks down the petrodollar that I brought up. And I just want to show you this. Is this from 79? Okay. I just want to show you this. The petrodollars in the world economy. The quadrupling of oil price by OPEC in 1973 was a poignant event in the post-war development of the world economy, which measures and mechanisms conduced to the international income redistribution necessitated by the hoisting of oil prices in the past 5 years. Now, this is something that they did a thing on a while ago. This is old, okay? This is old, but this is talking about the petrodollar in 1979. 1979, that was the question. Oil quadrupled, right? Oil has pumped. Let's see what oil is real quick. I'm going to show you. What was the timetable on that one? Oil price by OPEC in 1973. Okay, so, well, 1 year. So let's go to oil real quick, and we're going to show you what oil has done since, let's go December 1st. I won't even go. I'm not even going to, this is what I have to do. This is what I really have to do. I need to show you what it was last year. June 20th, it was $8, less than 2 years ago, okay? Oil, less than 2 years ago. Hit $8. We are up almost 1,400% in a year and a half. If you put $1 into oil a year and a half ago, that dollar is now worth $1,400. Do your math. What's up, Alex Yeet? It's good to see you, brother. Why? Even here it says the petrodollar problem. This is not new. It talks about Russia. This is in the 70s. Declining petrodollar. This is in the 70s. By the way, this is all after we came off the gold standard onto the petrodollar completely. They were talking about it breaking down. Is the international financial system doomed? 1979. So you say, well, if you're going to show me that, then, is it ever going to come down? I don't know. Is it planning? Should it? Yes. Yes, it should. Will it? Eventually. Here's 2018. 30 years, 40 years later. Another article, seekingalpha.com. The decline and fall of the petrodollar. And I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to hit the highlights. The Shanghai oil futures market is a challenge to the dominant role of the U.S. dollar in the oil market. Shanghai, China. Saudi Arabia is a key player and now has good relations with Russia. I talked about that just now. The weaponization of the U.S. dollar by the Obama and Trump administrations has led to acceleration of de-dollarization. Freezing accounts in dollars and blocking dollar transactions are economic weapons. SWIFT, which has always been used. But now, as Biden comes after Biden and the rest of the world cut Trump off SWIFT, that directly affects the petrodollar. And this is my thing, guys. The world knows what they're doing. They say, well, we come after Russia, cut off oil. That directly hurts the U.S. And Biden is falling right into it. Not the Keystone Pipeline. Nothing here in America. They want to go to Venezuela. We don't even recognize. China and Russia have deployed payment systems that allow them to dispense having to employ U.S. dollars. This was 2 years ago. They don't even have to trade on US dollar. They've been collecting gold and crypto. That is the crazy thing about it. Let me tell you who's in favor of not having the dollar. China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Venezuela, who are going to right now to ask for oil. They don't even like the dollar. The economy of Venezuela has practically been ruined by the U.S. embargo and blocking of dollar payments. But now we're going to go beg them? The fall of the Turkish lira is even worse. That's crashed. This is 2 years ago. Again, this is 2 years ago. If you guys, by the way, before I start to get out of here, if you guys haven't watched this, Principles of Dealing with Changing World Order by Ray Dalio, you should definitely give it a watch. The reason I say give it a watch is because it's pretty good. It's about 43 minutes long. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it again. It's really good, actually. I see XRP taking a little pump back to 72. Did I just see? It is trying to hold that specific area. See, trying to prevent us going lower. Boom. Boom. This is what's trying to prevent, but however, we're kind of running up to some curve action here. Ooh. When I say curve action, this is what I mean. We start to see kind of this, right? That in that chart. So we'll see. We got to break the RSI 50 as well. It's the petrodollar in the world economy, man. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Sometimes you got to sit here and think, I have an idea. I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to have to hit this tomorrow. It is 9:56 and I didn't even get to the main subject. I'll show you one thing I want to show you. Oh, what page was it? Show you. So we got a couple minutes. I know I've talked about this. DLT was court responding. This basically backs up a distributed ledger technology and SWIFT and how they're going to use it in corresponding with the U.S. Fed and the payment, and even lists a bank in Germany, which is caught laughing at Trump. I wonder if I can find that video. I'm going to play this for you. And then we'll get out of here.
Leave a nation vulnerable to reliance on a single foreign supplier can leave a nation vulnerable to extortion and intimidation. That is why we congratulate European states such as Poland for leading the construction of a Baltic pipeline so that nations are not dependent on Russia to meet their energy needs. Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers.
See Germany laughing?
Relying.
Did you see that? That's Germany laughing. Laughing at what Trump said. Germany, Russian oil. Oh, look at that. Germany sticks with Putin for its oil and gas. Chancellor Olaf Scholz brushes off pressure from Ukraine and the U.S. to stop pouring money into the Kremlin's war coffers. There it is. Don't let them tell you what they want to tell you. Do your own research. It's on. It's right there. We are right there. By the way, this was yesterday. Yesterday. I showed that for Trump, which obviously he was in office, so I don't remember when that was from. Probably 2019, something like that. And now we're here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's pretty much the end of the day today. It's 10 o'clock already. Man, that show just flew by. And as I did that, look at this. It turned green. Let's check oil. Look at that. Right on time. Oil dump when crypto pumped. Now it's back testing and going. Still back testing the 1.41. I'm not mad at that at all. But it looks like we might have a little correction building. Maybe an ABC. Back to 702. Something to watch. Luna's pumped in. Crypto's pumped in. Look at the back test. Breakdown back test. Could have been a fake out. Could it have ran back in? We don't know. But these are the things that we watch. All in all, guys, I guess that's the end of the show today. Man, thank you for everybody who stopped by in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you get a chance. I didn't get a chance today because it's already 10 o'clock. Got to give a shout out. Get a chance. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and buy this book. Book that I wrote, published. I didn't publish it. I published it, but I wrote it. Learning to Love in the Wilderness, a 40-day journey of discovering, learning to love myself by accepting the love of Jesus. Now, for you that choose to read this, this is real and this is raw. This is what's happened to me. I've had some horrible things happen to me in my life. But yet I'm still here standing because God. That's it. People wanted to take me out. The world wanted to take me out. People want me hurting, sick, dying, whatever it may be. But God. And that's what this is. Understanding that. And I'm still working. I'm still learning to love while I sit here. Now I'm learning to thrive in the love and the blessings that the Lord has given me. But we still have every day to wake up and still be human. Which is no different than the day. And with that said, guys, I got to get out of here, man. That's in the show. That is the end of the show already. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I see XRP just got a little red candle there to start this new 4-hour. It's 10 o'clock. So you know what that means, guys. It's time for me to get out of here. So with that said, I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Bullish on XRP. Did I say Alex Deet? I'm so used to seeing Alex Deet. I'm sure he'll stop by later. Anybody else that just likes to stop by, please hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell at the top to get notified when I go live. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, guys, take care and God bless. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, you know, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.
Everything I wanted, everything I thought I needed is only in you, Jesus. It's found in you. I lost all I had, thought I was defeated, but then I found my reason. It's found in you. I've seen you in, you've seen me through. Even in, I hear you say my name. Tears they come, but you remain. Nothing is impossible when I call your name. 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 Every day I'm learning, testing and discerning. What's for me will be. God, you know the plans for me. Come let your will be done, your ways and not my own. The higher, you're my heart's desire. Are you in the fire? Are you in the wind, the earthquake? Will I hear you in the quiet? Will I hear you say my name? Tears may come, but they will go. You remain the same. Nothing is impossible when I call your My heartbeat, I won't stop. Tick-tock, but I won't stop. Running to you, for nothing is impossible when I go. I've seen you in, you've seen me through the rain. I hear you say my name, tears they come, but truth remains. Nothing is impossible when I call your name. 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 Nothing is impossible when I call your name. When I call your name.
Makes no difference.